Oh. Right. Hey, naughty Demi. Right. Going live. Live, guys. Right. So upper body today. We're stimulating the front and the back. A bit of shoulder work. I'm putting my ankle weights on to weigh my pull-ups down. Mommy. Yep. I really need to add moisturiser to my legs. And I've just done one of those home test kits. Is that bruised? No. And for iron deficiency and ferritin, that's iron and vitamin D. And I'm a bit deficient in both, which isn't a surprise with iron because I was during pregnancy. Ari, Demi, hey, no hitting. Let's wait for it to pop a little bit. So we're going to be doing 3 rounds of 3 exercises, 30 to 40 second finisher to finish each round. We have bench press. Let me show you them too, honestly. It's pure butter in each other. Let's add a pull up. Hi guys. What was one of the polls that I wanted to add? Do you know what a calorie deficit is? And the options: yes for fat loss, no, never heard of it. I'm interested to see what people's knowledge is. Yes, it's a scam. Is that the only options? Don't believe it works. / don't believe it works. Whoops, don't believe it. That'll do. So I'll put a poll up there. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what people's thoughts are. Yeah, don't start whining, right? Okay, so going live. Got 2 children hanging around. So challenging live today. And they've been fed, they've been watered, the nappies have been changed. But yeah, they're going to be pestered. I can feel it in my waters. So 3 rounds of exercises. Right, we've got bench press, we've got skull crushers, we've got pull-ups, weighted, underhand grip. Hi guys, hello. Oh, you're getting blocked, you filming. And we finish round 1 with 4 arm taps, as many as we can. Then we go into round 2. We've got reverse cable flies, so they eventually need to be on incline, or you can go into dumbbell reverse flies. Then clean and press. I've got my 10s back, thank you, Scott. So I'll be using them. How do I hide the pole? End pole. I tell you, YouTube has a long way to go, doesn't it, man? Right, I can't. It's taking up most of my screen. Never heard of it. Someone said about calorie deficit. We're going to go into this as we're training. So the only way to lose fat is through a calorie deficit. Then we finish round 2 with bicep curls. When you're bicep curling, make sure you're not flexing your wrist like that, because you're going to end up with a. I say that because one of my clients, when he was away and he had another PT, accidentally flexed his wrist more than he should, and now he's got a really bad injury. Why can't I get rid of that pole? That's so annoying. I just want to hide it so it's not taking over my screen. Hi guys, welcome to my live. Then round 3 we've got dumbbell reverse flies dumbbells, pull-ups, overhand grip, then incline bench press, or I might change that to flies. No. We're trying to lift the 10 kilograms now. Oh no, 14's then. You'll never lift them. And then push-ups for a minute to finish. Do you mind? Get off me dumbbells. Did she put them there? Honestly, shift. I'm already stressing out, man. Let's get started. Okay. Hey guys, welcome. Why can't I see? I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning. I'm a personal trainer. That poll's taking over my life. 4 votes already. Votes? Nope. That poll, man. I could get rid of it last time. Scott, any ideas if you're watching? Right, let's get started. Sorry for the delay. I don't feel like I'm on it. I think the kids actually make me nervous. And they're hanging around and they're already doing my tits in, so.
Welcome to the MetaFit Reorg workout.
Reorg, that's what we want.
Your workout will begin in 25 seconds.
And I've broken that. Great.
Round 1.
Right, we're starting with bench press, skull crushers,
With 20 seconds work.
and pull-ups. So first round we'll go a little bit lighter, and then as we warm up, hi guys, we'll add some weight. So I'm going to start with the 10s bench press. It feels weird having these back flat. Ugh. Chest coming all the way down to your chest, nice and controlled. Midline of the chest was what I was meant to say. Kids are putting me off. Elbows out to the side, wrists over elbows. Pause at the bottom for a nice stretch. It's a chest opener. Then from here, we're going bloody necklace on floor. Skull crushers. Back flat, core engaged, elbows tucked in. Nice and controlled. What's she doing? Keeping the tension of the weight in the backs of your arms. No, get off my plant. Deep breaths. Then we're going underhand grip because it's a little bit easier for pull-ups. Hi guys, welcome to my live. Under grip. Ankle weights are on. Pull-ups. Oh. That'll do. Rest. First round, not bad. Let's go heavier on the bench press. Hi guys, welcome to my live. Answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning. Up 14 kilograms now for bench press. Midline of the chest, make sure you stay in there. A lot of people when they're coming up, they go a little bit higher. Elbows over wrists. Sorry, wrists over elbows. Be patient with a weaker arm. Shoulders down away from ears. I'm going to get my 110 kilogram. Use it for skull crushers. It's like 2 5s. So I've not used heavier than 4 kilograms on skull crushers for a while. I don't want to hear it. Demi, put that in the sink.
Oh, no.
Pull-ups. No pressure. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health and fitness. I'm speaking English. Pull-ups with my ankle weights. You're putting the spoon down the back. Shake off. That's annoying when they... One more round of those 3 exercises, then we finish that round. Hi guys, welcome to my live. It's a madhouse. Right, when you go outside, you're doing my head in. Last round of these 3 exercises in this round. Bench press, heavy. Enjoying the stretch coming down. If you're too loud, Take it to your room. Oh, I'd love a like and subscribe, guys, if you want your fitness education and motivation. Skull crushers. Sort it out, Harry. And put that box of cereal over there. Straighten the arms. I don't care. Get it out of my sight. Put it in the kitchen. Don't leave it in the living room. It's going to get kicked over. Back flat, core engaged. Oh. Oh. Then under grip pull-ups, working the opposing muscle groups. Hi guys. I've got the awareness is coming out now about calorie deficit. Under grip pull-ups. And do we trust that it's a calorie deficit? Oh, struggling. But that's the point. Harry, stop it. Right, get to your room. I'm not doing your nails. Whew. Then we're finishing. Oh, arms are feeling tight. We're finishing round one with skull crushers. Can you guys see my mat? Yeah. 60-40 at the moment. I managed to get rid of it. Right. Full round taps as fast as you can. Elbows pointing behind you. Head between your hands. This is as fast as possible using a plyometric. Shoulders down away from ears. Might feel easy at first, but trust me, I stole this from Pilates. Whoa. Are you winding your sister on? Beep beep, Demi. Ooh, really feel that in the back of the arms. Right. Reverse squats. Harry, you are doing. If I gotta tell you once more, I'm not doing your nails. Do you understand? Go to your room immediately. Reverse flies and a single arm clean and press. Hi guys, welcome to my life. Harry, you're killing my life. Pardon? Get to your room. Ta. Really good for posture this, the upper back strength. No touch, Demi. It's going to whack me in the face. Stop. Chest press. I think Monday is the worst night to work out with them. Just got all this energy, you know, just back from school. Single arm clean and press with the 10s. Hi Brian. I'm good, thanks. A bit stressed with kids. At gym recently, a guy pressed 240. Very impressive, that's good. Was it full range of movement as well? Because that's normally what gets sacrificed. Hi guys, welcome to my live. Strength training session today. Bit of cardio, gets the heart rate up. High elbow coming up and high elbow down to protect the shoulder joint. Acts as a shock absorber, the elbow. Cores engaged. Try not to bend back. Soft knees. Hi Abby. So I've been doing a lot of things lately. What have you been up to? Don't forget to vote on my poll. Same again. Beep beep. Shoulders down, and you're pushing your shoulder blades towards your spine. Hello, you're so cute and annoying. Cores engaged. Posterior delt. Neck back. Same again, single arm reverse flies. Hey guys, welcome to my live. Single arm clean and press. Trekking, marathon, a hackathon. If I already told you about our team won a program event, by the way. No, you didn't tell me. What's that? Oh, the hackathon. Yeah, I remember you saying, oh, well done. God, you've been productive. What do you mean you've done a marathon? Were you training for a marathon? What was that? Oh, that's my Arnold Schwarzenegger encyclopedia. Why? She was in a trash the house mood, Demi. Morning, guys. Morning, evening. I'm a health and fitness professional. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. Oh, my shoulders are on fire. Third rest. I want to drop. Should I drop down? Yeah, that's progressive. The first 2 rounds. 8 kilogram next. Beat Dems. Thank you. One more round of these 3 exercises. Well, you obviously pulled it out of the bag there, Abby. Because I remember you saying that you were struggling to get in your sessions. Get off! Think about the shoulder blades coming towards the spine, not so much your elbows, and push your shoulders down. Chest proud. Deep breaths. Oh. Single arm clean and press. All done. Right. Let's see what the results saying. So the poll is. Do you know what a calorie deficit is? I've put 8, but obviously it's none of it is. And it was mixed. It was 50-50. I'll check the poll in a minute. We're finishing this round with bicep curls. So Abby said, so I went to this 5 kilometre marathon. Well, so it wasn't 26, 27 mile. Never knew I could run, but ironically came along first 10 minutes. That's amazing, well done you. You're having a great month. And all that with your life changing so dramatically. You should be really proud of yourself. Just shows you what you're capable of, though, right? And if that's your baseline, she's gone. If that's your baseline. Did you time yourself on the run? Try and beat it next time. Oh. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher, answering any questions on exercise and nutrition, back pain and rehab, pull-ups, overhand and incline bench. Right, finishing now. Bicep curls. I'm going to go hammer curls. It's just a little bit easier on the wrist. Finishing round 2. As many bicep curls as we can. I'd love a like and subscribe. And subscribe to my channel if you want in fitness education and motivation. Here to unmuddy the waters because it's really confusing. I'm dropping down to the 8. Quality reps, we're going down then. I don't have a cameraman, no, Calmuck. Welcome back, Calmuck. Thanks for coming back. Oh, struggling. It's getting hot now. And Leanne, let me tell you, I went to trekking. I hated it at the start, but it was so worth it. You went through the wall, did you? Dumbbell reverse flies. Did you track your time, Abby, so you can try and beat it next time? Or did you not bother? Did you just go for enjoyment? Reverse flies, overhand grip pull up to the shoulders and an incline bench. Hi guys. Hips back. Shoulders down away from ears, and make sure you're not pushing your neck forward like I was then. I tell you, my dinner tonight was an absolute disaster. The worst since I can remember. I've not cooked chicken in a while. I was doing peanut butter chicken, pull-ups, weighted. I was doing peanut butter chicken, and it was undercooked. And put me off. So I just had a bowl of cereal times 2. Nightmare. What's this exercise for? Strong upper back, incline bench next. Were you talking about the reverse flies, Carmel? Weights everywhere. So I'm going to go to flies because I like this better as a chest opener. Incline flies are great for posture. If you've got rounded shoulders, tight upper. Same again. Reverse flies are really good for the upper back, the rhomboids. Thanks, Camel. Try doing chin-ups, Leanne. You do them. Try. Reverse flies. Where the hell's move a dumbbell? Right. I did chin-ups at the start. This is strengthening the back of the neck as well. Counteracting all the phone and laptop use. Reverse flies, yeah. It's a bit of a chest opener as well. What are we doing next? Oh, pull-ups, overhand grips for the shoulders and lats. I'm going to have to sort my problem of having a dominant upper trap soon as well. I'll be using. These are weighted. And I'm fatigued as anything. Incline bench. Hey guys, welcome to my live. Incline flies. Make sure, this is important, that your elbow is in a line with your wrist. Don't let it sag down, otherwise you're going to get shoulder pain. Very hard to do, so make sure you're looking at it. It's a small bend in the elbow for the biceps. Last time doing them 3, they're laughing their head off with them years. What are you doing? What am I doing?
Mommy,
Help! I mean, leave her. She's want a bit of peace. Clothes engaged to protect the lower back. How many? Got 22 votes. I'll check them votes out in a minute. Are you chilling out, Dems? Right, don't wind her up. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm a health fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher, answering your questions on fat loss training.
Mommy, I'm here.
I've got mummy turn.
Mommy, I need
Go on then. Oh, why not? Good job, come here then. Well done.
No, just leave it.
Just leave you. Incline flies next. Never a dull moment, guys. Hello again. This is inside of the house. Hi, Confirm. Yeah, this is inside. It's trashed. Dumbbells everywhere. Chest opener, great for posture counteracting, being at a desk or driving all day or phone use. Highly recommend. Try and stay midline of the chest as much as you can. Lean into that stretch. Posterior tilt the pelvis so your back's flat. was a bit shaky there. Oh, no. Push-ups, as many push-ups as I can. I'm going to turn my... a minute's worth of push-ups. Ba, ba, ba.
Mommy?
No. Oh, fine, you take my toys. Push-ups. Let's start with plyo. Shoulders down away from ears, core engaged. And your hips should come down the same time as your chest. Elbows back behind you, but slightly pointing outwards. Oh, if it gets too difficult, shake off. Vote on my poll, guys. And back into it. I'm going to be going into what a calorie deficit is shortly when I finish these. Oh. 9, 8, 7, 5, 3. Don't you hurt yourself? That's what you get. You're right. Naughty. I was extremely stressful with the girls. Ari, you've been naughty, so I'm not doing your nails, FYI. Too late now. The kids can fall from the dumbbells, can they? 26 votes. Right. Ooh, okay, someone said calorie deficit's a scam, which is interesting, so I thought I'd get more than them. So it just looks like I've got 1 or 2 votes saying that. Oh, my chest and anterior ruined. Hey guys, welcome to my live. Thanks for tuning in. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. So you can see from my poll, I've got 26 votes. I'm going to be changing the poll shortly. Vote if you've not voted. I'm interested to hear if you know what a calorie deficit is. And if you do you believe that it's real or that it's a scam? So it looks like 1 or 2 people might have said it's a scam, don't believe it. This can be very hard to trust the process of a calorie deficit. When there's all that misinformation and people trying to sell the magic potions and products. But the way the Manjaro works, all the diets, if you've lost weight in the past, it's because you've been in the calorie deficit. So you're eating less than what your body requires for energy. So say if you lay down in your bed all day and didn't move, for your brain to work properly, your metabolism, like your muscles to contract, your heart to beat, you to digest food, just living in general, staying alive. Say if you need, thought there was crying then. Say if you need around 1,500 calories, right? And then to get up and move around and work and get a few steps in to get your shopping, carry the kids, say you need about 2,000 calories a day. To maintain and stay at the exact same weight. So that's a calorie maintenance. Now to lose fat, we need to be in a calorie deficit instead of a maintenance. So we need to shave off a few calories. So if your body needs 2,000 to stay the exact same weight, same steps, same everything else being equal, then you want to take off 300 to 500 calories a day. Now, it's simple in principle, but people and influencers make it as hard as possible so you buy their products. It's clever, but it's also snaky as anything. And it can take quite a while to trust a calorie deficit. So you don't want your calorie deficit to be too much where you're sacrificing your quality of life, you're not going out for meals with friends or drinks, and you don't want it to be, and it's impossible to stick to long term, and you don't want it to be so slow and a little calorie deficit where it's not really motivating you, you're not seeing results, and you're, say, like shaving off 100 calories a day. Now, 3,500 calories, roughly, give or take, is equal to 1 pound of body fat, and you should be aiming for between 1 to 2 pounds loss a week, which is roughly about 1% body weight. Any more than that, it's muscle that you're losing. Go on then. Now you can make a calorie deficit and stick to it, easy or hard. If you want to make it as hard as possible, then you have little protein, you consist your diet mostly of processed foods, you snack lots on high calorie foods that don't give your body much nutrition, like cereal. You don't drink much water. But if you want to make it as easy as possible to stick to and curb hunger and cravings, get your protein up, feed your microbiome with vegetables, yogurt, salads, pulses, fruit. Enjoy how that feels. Thanks, guys. Do you think at 5'11" and 95 kilograms I'm too heavy? Depends how much. Demi, stop. Depends how much muscle you have. Have you checked the BMI scale? And what's your body composition like as well? Sounds like you could be. Can you please show me how to pull up? Okay, so that's my pull-up bar. So the only reason why I can do pull-ups and you can't is because I'm stronger. No, this is like an assumption, obviously. Stronger, I've practiced more, and I'm maybe lighter than you. So in order to pull up your own weight, it does require you to, if you are heavy, it's going to be incredibly difficult to pull up your own weight. But if you're in a calorie deficit, so the goal is to lose fat and build muscle at the same time, right? But anyway, I digress. So to pull up, so what I did 3 times I've had to relearn to do pull-ups because I've had 2 babies and then the first time in my 20s learning to do pull-ups. And what I found the most effective way, because you can do you can do lateral pull downs, you can go on assisted machines in the gym for learning how to pull up, but the most effective way for me that I've learned a few times, like I said, where's my resistance band gone? What is it, Ari?
I know where it's gone to my room.
Can you go and get it?
Can I go outside?
If you get my resistance band, and you can't leave through the French doors, you've got to leave through the back, keep the heat in. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'll show you how to do the resistance band trick in a second. But practice pull-ups every time you exercise. So if you're exercising 4 or 5 sessions a week, at least 4 sessions.
Now can I?
Yeah, take them for you.
Alright.
So I've looped it through. I did this at the gym as well with any bar. Usually squat racks have a little pull-up bar on them. And you can put your foot in it. So there's light, this is the light, medium and heavy, thicker resistance bands that you can buy. They're cheap as anything. A lot of gyms should have them. They're really good for rehab exercises as well, hence me having them. Put your foot through it, and this is a light resistance band, so it's only going to assist a little bit, right? You're doing overhand grips, all the way up, all the way down, underhand. A lot of them have parallel grips as well. I practice, so the easiest pull-up to learn is the parallel grip. So banging them out as much as possible, but make sure you are changing your grip. And I would, even if I was training legs, I would finish my session with some pull-ups, and quite quickly, and I was on creatine as well, quite quickly, I relearned that skill or learned it. Do we engage the lats like a can squeeze? Oh, great question. 1 second. What is it, Ari?
Demi doesn't want to go out.
Okay, just go outside on your own then. So I don't know if you guys can see. I'll bring you a little bit closer, right? Now I've got a problem with my pull-ups, right? Because my aim for pulling up when I was learning was just to pull up. If I could go back in time and know as much as come from us by even asking that question in the first place, is asked about lats. Right, okay, I'll get you out.
Thanks, Mommy.
Woosa. Yeah, anyway. Honestly, you lose your train of thought. Right, just block that wee fella. So upper traps, if you don't engage your lower traps, can overtake the movement. So I'm dominant and well developed in my upper traps, right? This can cause problems like neck tightness, stiffness, rounding of the shoulders, contribute to a lot of issues. So what I am going to have to do is almost relearn the skill. So let me show you how much these engage when I pull up. You see that? Now, to relearn it properly, I'm going to have to go back to resistance band. I did have a thicker one, the girls have taken it, a slightly thicker one than this. Go to the full range of movement and focus on using the lats. Now, I use my lats really well during chest day as I'm pushing my shoulders forward, but they're underdeveloped. And so you've asked, Kuntham, do we engage the lats? Like, I can squeeze, that's really important. Your prime movers for pull-ups should be the lats, not as much the traps, they assist. I have the same kind of pull-up bar. Is there any issue as I bend my legs when I do a pull-up? No, as long as you get in the range of movement. Right, so let's have a look at the poll. 35 votes, thanks for voting. So 72% of people believe in a calorie deficit. So it is science-backed, so that's great. And a few people, 25%, have never heard of a calorie deficit. So the 25% of people that are watching that have never heard of a calorie deficit, I'm going to say that you're more likely to, people are still voting, you're more likely to fall for the scams on the internet. You need to balance your hormones, otherwise you won't lose fat. Have you damaged your metabolism? Is your body clinging to fat because you're in, what do they call it? Starvation mode. This is all bullshit, right? It's all to do with the calorie deficit. You cannot store energy if it's not there. Think of somebody on a desert island, right? And studies have shown those that are starving on a desert island, those in Africa, right? Are starving, food scarcity and all that scarcity. They have the highest amount of cortisol, stress hormones, and they're still like deficient in everything. Hi Mark, how are you doing? Not seen you for a while. Still in Eastbourne weather. Good. I'm good, thank you. Kids have just been stressing me out during this workout, man. Every 5 seconds you get into a conversation, it's like, mummy, mummy, mummy. I'm gonna throw them in the windy. I cannot imagine what the pound of your punch. So yeah, if you trust the process, which is hard to do, that calorie deficit is how you lose fat. You'll never be scammed again, and you'll get into the best shape of your life. What's a stretch we could do prior? Use them coloured bands. Do you mean to start engaging the lats? That's a good question. Be stuff like this. So you could use a resistance band to do, so elbows out, so like a high pull, and focusing on engaging the lats. It's all mind muscle connection. The more you do it, but warming up the lats is great exercise to do, so you can connect to them easier when you're trying to train them. I guarantee tomorrow my lats will be sore from all them push-ups. Right, so let's start a new poll. Thanks for voting. I'm interested in the next question. Start a poll. What do you struggle? I'm answering questions, guys, on health and fitness, fat loss and toning. I'm a health and fitness professional. What do you struggle with mostly to lose fat? This will be interesting. Nutrition. I always put /diet next to it, but it's nutrition, isn't it? Not everyone's on a diet. Exercise, which is not how you lose fat, so it's like a trick question. Lifestyle and habits. And then what was the last one? A mix of all. I'm confused. A mix of all. I'm confused. I've been there. Right. Hi Loons. I'm doing keto with intermittent fasting. Well, that's amazing. First person I think who's commented that. I'm doing keto. Why? First of all, you're doing keto and intermittent fasting. Keen to know, no judgment. To lose fat as a male, what do you think? I want to know why you're doing that. Do some pull-ups. Yes, before pull-ups. Yeah, highly recommend. What do you reckon to digital ID next digital currency? Absolutely not, over my dead body. I've signed the petition, Mark. So keto, great question. What do I think about keto? So it's highly restrictive. So is intermittent fasting. So red flags, first of all. If you are over restrictive or highly restricted on your diet, it's like a pendulum swing. Oh, my cheeks are red. The normal psychological response to over restriction is overeating and binge eating, if it depends, and disordered behaviours towards food. So you're not broken. It's very hard to stick to. Don't get me wrong, there is some outliers where people have stayed on keto for 10 years. They say they have. It's anecdotal. But if it's restrictive, it can cause, I'm talking about keto as well as, but keto creates deficiencies. People who have been on keto for 10 plus years are usually deficient in B vitamins, off the top of my head, what else? B vitamins, which are essential for life, all the variety of B vitamins. Vitamin C as well, which you need for your immune system. And intermittent fasting, if you're trying to build muscle and keep muscle, if you're only eating once a day, it's okay, you'll fix it. You're not going to get the saturated response for muscle protein synthesis to build muscle the most effective way if you're just restricting your eating. Why not do time restricted eating instead? Hi guys, vote on the poll. I'd love that. I want to know what you think. Do time restricted eating as well. Work with your circadian rhythm. You eat in the morning, your lunchtime, and then dinner, then you don't eat again. Maybe have a couple of snacks. You're not eating last thing before bed. It's one of the worst things that you can do, in my opinion. Well, not the worst thing, actually. That's a bit of a... What's this then? Okay. There you go. I fixed it. Whee! Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions. So I'm a health and fitness professional. I go live 6 times a week. I would go live every day if it wasn't for the children. Love talking to you guys. My name's Leanne. I've got 12 years experience as a personal trainer. I'm also a Pilates and yoga teacher. I specialise in rehab, back pain, obviously fat loss and toning, we all do, but and exercise. I'll try that out and get back to you. Yeah, please do. It will be hard at first, just like if you have sleepy glutes and it's hard to connect to them at first, but the more you do it, you won't need them exercises to warm up your lats anymore. I do work out daily, but never diet, so body is still fatty. That's what will happen. I've been there as well. I was a skinny fat, as they term it, where you carry lots of body fat as well as muscle, less muscle, sorry. But your body composition won't change if you're not looking at your steps in your diet. But you don't have to go all or nothing. That's a really common mentality as well. Fuck it, I'm going to cut out all the chocolate, I'm going to cut out the red wine, all my favourite things to do. And then again, over restriction causes overeating, disordered behaviours towards food, and being on or off the diet mindset. You want to adopt this and commit to this, as this is just how I live now. I'm learning moderation, because cutting out foods and avoiding is easy. The rule is easy, right? Just avoid, avoid, avoid. You don't learn anything. You're not learning moderation. You're not learning your personality type, why that's happened, why you've overate on X, Y, and Z. And think about it. The way the brain works, don't think about a white polar bear. It's the first thing that you think of. It's, what do you call it, reverse psychology. Hi guys, welcome to my live. Answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning. So, okay, so what do you struggle with to lose fat? So people have said exercise. So exercise, that was a trick answer. Exercise doesn't equal fat loss. Lifestyle and habits do massively, because that's where your steps is. And nutrition, people say that they're not struggling with nutrition, which is an interesting one, because I know from studies, people do struggle with nutrition. It's one of the most confusing things. But I'm wondering, do people think that they're not? Because people think that they're tracking really well. And then they're like, I'm not in a calorie deficit, but it says I am on the app. When in reality, they're picking off the children's plates. They're not counting cups of tea. They're not counting sauces. You know, it all adds up, and it's the mindset behind it as well. So that poll's really interesting to me. A mix of all I'm confused. So those that are confused, if you want to give us a comment on what's confusing you. Hi, Mark. I've been swimming in the sea. Oh my God, cold water therapy is not for me. Absolutely not. Right, so we're going to get into some more strength training. Where's my resistance band? Thanks. So, like I said, I need to work on my pull-ups in... I forgot to turn that off. I need to work on my resistance band. I need to work on my pull-up technique because my trapezius, my upper trap, look at that. How dominant. It's very dominant. I want to engage my lats more, so we're going to get into that. Thanks, baby. So I'm going to go with a heavier resistance band. That's why I asked for this one. So see the... You guys see that? Woohoo! So see the difference in thickness. You see that? Quite a big difference. This thinner the resistance band, obviously it's less assistance for pull-ups, but they are really good for rehab exercises, which I'm a fan of. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a health and fitness professional. I know it's quite confusing, the health and fitness industry, and to lose fat. Companies make it overly complicated. And this whole thing as well, I've just found out this week. You know, these companies that are like, oh, we'll test to see where you are if you're going to be going through the menopause. You know, they can't actually, there's no actual test for that to test if you're in menopause or not, or almost a menopause. They can only like guess with the hormone levels. For fat loss, is it better lifting heavy weight and less cardio, I think that was what I say, than high intensity cardio? Do you have a good approach? Excellent question. These are the kind of questions that I want. Because it's like a minefield, right? So first of all, exercise doesn't come from, fat loss doesn't come from exercise. The more efficient your body starts working, the stronger, the less calories you burn. So in an hour, you'll be looking to burn 50 to 100 calories. If you're trying to lose fat, concentrate on managing your food intake, so your calorie intake, your quality of food, because you can increase the thermic effect of food, because the more whole foods you eat, it's hard to digest. It has a lot of fibre, and a lot of it isn't even absorbed fibre. You know, sweet corn, when you eat it, it goes right through you. So to lose fat, to come into a calorie deficit, you want to track your food first of all, without judgment, just observe. Be mindful of protein, fruits, veggies, salads, pulses, nuts, seeds, right? You also want to keep track of your steps. So your steps can also, like Mark's gone swimming. Hi, Jamal. You can also do DIY, you can do gardening, you can go hiking at the weekend. But roughly you want to be aiming for at least 70,000 steps over the week. So you might have some higher days, some lower days. And I will say as well, at the start of your health and fitness journey, there's a lot of thought behind it, okay? There's when am I going to get my steps in? When am I going to train in the morning or in the evening? Am I going to train at home or at the gym? And if you can just be mindful of steps, like park further away from the supermarket, it's that mindset, okay? That's really important. Just trying to do something in the current situation, whatever your day's looking like, right? Cardio is a good tool for fat loss. You know, if all things being equal, so your calories and your steps and everything, and then you're adding cardio on top of that, because say you've got a wedding in 4 weeks or a holiday in 4 weeks, and you want to just add 3 10 minutes over the week, so that's 30 minutes cardio. Great. Cardio is excellent for health, and fitness is a direct indicator of how healthy you are. What's she drawing on? You little bugger. No. I can't believe she's just done that. She's just drawn all over my sofa. Let me see if that comes. I know it'll come off with the special stuff I've got. But isn't that just being a toddler? She's just like laughing at me. It's like, you fool, why do you care that I put green pen? You know, if you get these things straight. This is naughty.
Oh.
Yeah. Naughty. That's coming off. If I tell you, if I don't see that straight away, that's naughty. Don't do that.
Mommy, I did.
Zip it. Right. Don't look at the toy box. I need to sort that toy situation out. Green pen. I'm gonna sneeze. Yep, stressful going live and working and trying to exercise and look after 2 monsters. The more cardio you get, the more it can increase your hunger pangs. Whereas strength training, studies show it tends not to. High intensity interval training is one of my favourites. I love it. I love the endorphins. The jumping, just learnt this week. The jumping in high intensity interval training, if you don't have any knee problems, of course, is excellent for bone density. That's why my knees feel so strong. So I'm always doing box jump overs. If the guys that follow me, they'll see me do them a lot. So you should be strength training. Full body approach, if you're brand new, say 2 to 3 times a week would be awesome. Even just strength training once a week reduces the risk of every disease. Hi Joe, I'm doing good, how are you? So for fat loss, you want to track your food without judgment. Just track it. A lot of the times, and I get clients as well, they'll refuse to track at the weekends because they're not perfect. See how many times I say this. Track without judgment. We need to, it's just data. Because if you're Monday to Friday, everything looks perfect, then you don't track it on Saturday and Sunday because you feel like it's a downer and you don't want to track that you ate 4,000 calories. We need to find out why you ate 4,000 calories. If this is a pattern, or did you know, like just before you come on your period, you have 4,000 calories? What's going on there? I'm tired, I'm fatigued, I'm stressed, like I'm overwhelmed. Well, how about you trying to get steps in and exercise and do everything that week? We dial it all back. You know, we can work with you, is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to lose weight, just bored. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab, fat loss, toning, strength training. So I put a poll up. I've got 14 votes, thanks for voting so far. What do you struggle with mostly to lose fat? Nutrition or diet? We've got 29%. Exercise was a red herring, so exercise doesn't equal fat loss. Now, say if you've never exercised in your life and then you start walking and doing a bit of strength training, you will lose fat from that. But most of the time, most people, that's just because it's all brand new. Swimming is a good way to increase calorie expenditure, fat loss, because you can do it for long periods of time, like walking. Lifestyle change and habits gets you the most amazing results. Mummy, put it down for you then. So yeah, the reason why I want that to get on, hang on. I want that to be on people's, zip it. I want that to be on people's radars, habit and lifestyle change, because a lot of people join my coaching or any 6-week shred or like Juice Plus, and they've got a short-term vision of like, I'll just do this for 6 weeks and then I'll go back and then I'll put all the weight back on. And if you're losing weight really fast, if you're on Mounjaro or whatever, you need to make sure you're strength training as you're losing muscle as well. And you can look at that Mounjaro face, as they're calling it. I think because exercise and weight loss is a life choice, but it doesn't have to be. The way I love exercise, right? I'm a fitness trainer, right? But I teach a lot of my clients that you only need to exercise 2 to 3 times a week. I'm talking about strength training. It doesn't have to take over your life. And 2 to 3 times a week, you're looking at 20 to 40 minutes. And if you can enjoy how, like, there's nothing more empowering for a woman or a guy to feel strong and competent. And it's quality of life dependent as well. The better you get at exercise, it just makes you fit and healthy for life, for you to enjoy, for you to throw around the kids and go into a random sprint when you see your boyfriend. Yeah. Oh man, don't destroy my plants. Compound lift, pull-ups, bench press, squats, deadlift for body recomposition. What do you think? Yeah, those are good lifts, good strong lifting. Highly recommend. Yeah, but the goal for everybody when losing weight, losing fat, should be body weight recomposition. So all of this reverse dieting, bulk and cuts, all BS again. You can do it like body recomposition all year round, unless you're an athlete and you're trying to do it as fast as possible, and you don't need cuts and bulks and reverse diets and stuff. When they talk about reverse diet, it's actually more psychological, according to studies. Like the people that feel like they need a reverse diet, they've been dieting the whole life, so then they call it a reverse diet, and it gives them a bit of a, you're welcome, bit of a break on tracking food, and sort of show those that people that do that have the longevity to stay on track longer. But I keep good mindset that I'm healthy, but I leave mind over matter. Have you heard that working? Explain what you mean by that. Hi guys. Okay, baby. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, and rehab. I'm a health and fitness professional with 12 years' experience. I've got 2 little gremlins. I'm a rehab specialist. That's what I love. Obviously, fat loss and toning is my jam as well. Please vote on the poll if you haven't done already. Very interesting. She's dropped a banana. Yeah, I can do that. Demi drew all over my sofa. Oh, I'm going to do some more strength training, why not? I drink 6 to 8 beers a night. Would that be beneficial? Obviously not. Alcohol, yeah, give that up. It's one of the worst things, in my opinion, to do as a parent. See, I was de-stressing with alcohol. Did she put that up? Unbelievable. I was de-stressing with alcohol. It made me a lazy parent, and I don't care what anyone says. If you've got young babies and you're drinking alcohol, especially if you're a single parent, you're going to be dropping the ball, aren't you? No judgment, though. I mean, you might not have any children. Oh, right, I've got 17.5s out. Hey guys, welcome. So I'm strength training. This is my least favourite body part to train, chest. Because I don't like how tight you can get in the anterior. You can see I've got some stretching stuff out. So I feel sort of breath. Do you suggest staying at maintenance with a stable weight? Another great question. And doing body recomposition, not bulking and cutting cycles? I do. So you can build muscle in a calorie deficit if you're coming back with muscle memory, if you've been pregnant or if you've been off for injury or whatever for over a year or so. You've lost muscle, you're coming back. Stimulus is new again. You can also build muscle in a calorie deficit if you're brand new and the stimulus is new. It's very hard to build muscle in a calorie deficit if you've been strength training a while. You need to go up to maintenance, really. Now, maintenance, for a lot of people get confused with maintenance. When we're maintaining your weight, first of all, it's never linear. So it'll go up, down, up, down. Although, saying that, mine pretty much is. I'll be at like 10 stone 10, and just every day I'll weigh just to see, and it'll be 10 stone 10, unless I've had a high carb meal or a massive steak and it's not digested yet. But maintenance can be like a slice of toast extra versus you cutting. It's not like a massive deal, like that says a woman, so it might be 2 slices of toast for a guy. But some people think maintenance, like they've got to eat all these extra calories, and that's how you get into a surplus. If you want to build, if you're an advanced exerciser and you're like, right, I need to build muscle, I'd go into a calorie surplus, go a little bit fluffy for the winter, build as much muscle as I can through progressive overload, so you can't build muscle. You will plateau if you're not tracking your movements. So for those that don't know, progressive overload, so I'm going to get, say, about 6 reps with those 17.5 for bench press, right? Say 6 is a personal best, a PB. Next week, I might go for 7 on 1 set, or if I'm feeling good, 2 sets. Making sure that it's getting progressively harder. You can also progressively overload through slowing the tempo down, slowing the range of movement down, paused reps, reducing rest times, adding an exercise straight on the back of it. Hope that answered your question. But yeah, you don't need to bulk and cut. I mean, can I do them hand in hand, drink every day and exercise as it cancels that out? I wouldn't look at exercise as a punishment or cancelling anything out. Exercise is nourishing your body, it's preventing injuries, it's getting blood flow to any tissues that need repair, it's reducing stiffness, it's strengthening, it's taking pressure off the skeleton, because like your fascia and everything's getting stronger to support it. It's reducing all risk of disease. It's increasing your insulin sensitivity. It's I could go on. Increasing bone density, reducing the risk of osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, strengthening your knees and your joint. But for cancelling out food you've just ate, that's a bad habit. That's a bad way to think about exercise. We've got 24 votes. So what's winning? So the poll, I asked, what do you struggle with mostly to lose fat? 42% lifestyle and habits. So I'm a lifestyle coach. I started off as a personal trainer on the gym floor. Then I moved over to doing it online, and then I moved into lifestyle change, and that's actually coaching. So I don't just give. Some link is in my bio to join, at just £15 a month, by the way. But I've also got member-only videos, Q&As, lots of topic we get into, how to exercise effectively. For just £2.99 a month, you get access to member-only videos. Now, thanks, guys. Lifestyle and habits. So I don't just I don't just give my clients the personalized nutrition and exercise program and go off and expect them to stick to it and then check in with them once a week. How did you get on? Didn't stick to it and do nothing about it. Why didn't you stick to it? And I also talk to my one-to-one clients daily, on a daily basis, for those that need additional support, as in through the food diary, because I can see my clients' food diary. So lifestyle, habits and change requires mindset shift. So the mindsets that I generally see when starting out on weight loss, fat loss, is, hi guys, people voting, is all or nothing mentality, on or off, stopping and starting, perfectionism. And this is a rookie mistake. Life isn't perfect. Bodybuilders who are shredded AF, they won't admit it. I don't know why, but everybody overeats from time to time. It's a normal part of being a human. You don't need to be perfect. You can still get amazing results with still fucking up. Like today, I don't know if people are still on at the start that they were on, but I've not cooked chicken in a while, right? I've been on holiday and I undercooked the chicken, and you know when the texture just puts you off. So I ended up having like 2 bowls of cereal. It's not great. It doesn't happen all the time. It's a one-off. But some people, to start the day like that, they'd be like, fuck it, what's the point? And that set the rest of the tone for the day, and they'd be like, they'd make it even worse. And that's the equivalent of if you've got a flat tyre, oh, my tyre's flat, let's go around popping the rest of them. Oh, I've spilled a little bit of milk, let's go and spill all the milk all over the table. We don't do that with daily life, but we do that with our diet and nutrition. Thanks, CJ. So people, 27% said a mix. I'm all confused when it comes to fat loss. So those that have voted, if you're still watching, that you're confused with exercise and nutrition, what is it that you and lifestyle change? Let me help you. Hi, Louise. Nice to meet you too. Where's my moderator? There's some wee fannies on. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm exercise and health professional. I have more questions that I'm thinking a lot about these days. Yep, keep asking them. Lounge is it? Loons. My eyes are drying out because of this fire. Hi guys, my name's Leanne. How can I manage gaining muscle mass whilst doing boxing, improving my skill? Fun fact for you, just eating protein alone increases protein synthesis by 10%. So make sure you get enough protein first of all. Wow, look what she did. That's amazing. That's really good. You stayed in all the lines. Oh, what about this bit?
It's because I just want to leave that bit white.
That's amazing. I love it. Right, so how do I manage gaining muscle mass? So I'm going to take the approach that's what I say, similar to people who are doing yoga and Pilates. If the stimulus is new, if you've never exercised before and you never strength trained, you will gain a little bit of muscle through yoga and Pilates. However, lounge, if you are, it sounds like you're a strength trainer, right? And you could look at this as there's boxing as well. You obviously enjoy it. It's your cardiovascular. I would just make sure, because you could get really shredded and keep the muscle by using it as cardio and as a tool. So how do I manage gaining muscle mass? So I would concentrate on your strength training sessions, keep getting stronger, keep your protein high, and if you go into a calorie deficit whilst keeping your protein high and still strength training, getting your PBs and your energy is good, your strength sessions are good quality, you shouldn't lose your muscle. You should still be gaining muscle whilst you're doing your boxing and improving that skill. Hope that helps. How can I drink every day? Great questions, guys. I don't think this is going to be one though. How do I drink? How can I drink every day my beers and be healthier? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. It's a misconception, alcohol being healthy. They used to say that, was it one red wine a day was good for, was it the cardiovascular health? Misinformation put out by the alcohol industry who funded the study. My necklaces are twisted and they're doing weird. There we go. It's not possible. It's a carcinogen. It's a well-known carcinogen. Dragon, would you buzz off? Hey guys, welcome to my live. Am I like beginner to intermediate level? So you are like a beginner intermediate level. Yeah, same answer applies. 27 votes. Thanks, guys. Let's screenshot that. So don't forget to vote on the poll if you're watching. What do you struggle with mostly to lose fat? Right, I'm gonna train those. Love you too, baby. I love you, baby. I'm just gonna do one set. Probably cool down now anyway. Don't recommend having 20 minutes rest in between sets like I just did. Hey, by the way, some exercise sessions are going to be awesome and you'll feel strong and hit all your PBs, and then others are just going to be ticking a box, but it's the fact that you did it anyway. 3, 4. That'll do. That'll ding dang do. Hey guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. Studies show as well that the first 1 to 2 sets of your session brings the biggest stimulus to building muscle. So these people who are training 6-7 times a week, 1 to 2 hours, no point. Increasing the risk of injury, etc. The saturation point to muscle stimulus, I got me out of breath. And there's also what's known as a law of diminishing returns. Do we know about that? So boxing and strength, if well managed, can help with body recomposition 100%. Think of your boxing. So I am a boxer-size instructor. I know about boxing a little bit, right? It gets you really fit. It's fun to do. Gets your frustration out, manages stress. Good for the abs. Gets you fit fast. It's high intensity. So use that as your cardio, as a tool to reduce, but you might be absolutely ravenous, so you need to be more on it and make sure you don't overeat. That's better. I love it. Getting ready for Halloween. Hey guys, welcome to my live. I'm 53. Hi Louise. I'm 53 years old. I suffer with arthritis. Sorry to hear that. It's quite young to be suffering with arthritis. My joints, especially hips, inner or outer, knees and feet. I do yoga but struggle bending. Is this a good way to start? Yoga's great. If you got excellent at yoga, you would have all the flexibility and mobility, but that's not to say it's not going to help with manage your arthritis and pain. It's going to help your mental health and keep you supple, but it won't do is build strength. And strength training increases your bone density, which is super important in your 50s, increases muscle tone and supports all of your joints and the structure of your body. So say, like, for example, like Pilates as well would be a great way to. I've got loads of classes. I've got like 70 to 80 Pilates classes on my channel, so make sure you have a look. But to manage arthritis, Pilates is good, like side plank clamshells. Like lying down on the side and doing clamshells, lateral leg lifts, getting so your hips are stable and strong from your glutes, all 3 glute muscles. So making sure you're building your bum, your hip flexor strength. It sounds like you have lower muscle tone. Might be wrong, but even if you do have a bit of muscle tone, I would definitely make that a focus. But you want yoga as well, because if you get too strong and you can get tight, and so you need strength and flexibility. Hope that helped. Ask away if you've got any other questions or if I'm not making sense.
Can I go outside?
Yeah, if you go out the front door, okay. Fasting 5 to 7 days. Starving myself 5 to 7 days. Once a month, okay. And then intermittent fast for the rest of the month has been great for me to keep body fat down. Thanks for coming back, Andre. That's great for you, but most people have an adverse effect of fasting. Most people overeat when they fast because they find it restrictive, and I'm one of those people. That's why I'm more on it. If I fast, my body's like, oh my god, where's the food? Keto and intermittent fasting, if we do it in the short term, can help improve hormonal. I believe everybody should be trying to achieve time-restricted eating. I think if you're trying to lose fat, you should be able to experience a bit of hunger now and then. I think it's healthy. It's being out of your comfort zone. We shouldn't get all the dopamine and all the comfort food, and we should have to want things sometimes, right? Makes sense. So time-restricted, I think intermittent fasting is too harsh. I think time-restricted eating is more sensible. Keto, again, I'm not going to go all in the camp of keto. I think it's too restricted, and if it's over-restrictive, it's going to cause you to overeat and on or off diet. It's the mindset behind it. Instead of keto, why not go lower carb, higher fat and protein? I do believe they say most people now are insulin resistant, right? Especially if you're overweight, and we've got mitochondrial dysfunction, which bring all the diseases, metabolic diseases. Shut the door, Harry, you're letting the heat out. Okay. Keto is really filling. Fat and protein is a lot more filling than carbohydrates. If you do have carbohydrates, try and make sure most of the time it's whole foods. It's your complex carbs are more filling because of the fiber content. Great questions, guys. Keep on coming. Your eyelashes, natural or cosmetic? I was born with these, guys. Hi guys, what about kettlebells for strength and fitness? Oh, I've got a kettlebell fan on. I'm not a fan. As my AI's died, I think. I'm not a fan of kettlebells. I tried them. I had one. I've got one left at my partner's house. That Russian get-up, what even is that move? It's stupid. Kettlebell swings. You can build the best body of your life without even touching a kettlebell. If you enjoy kettlebells, it's just like if you enjoy fasting or keto, then do it. It's what I'll never poo-poo, even though I just did then. I'll never poo-poo a diet or an exercise regime if you're able to stick to it and you're consistent and it works for you and it keeps you healthy and in shape. Everybody's different, right? But I don't like kettlebells. There was something else, wasn't there? Someone's just invented something similar to a kettlebell. It's a dumbbell with a... It's all so stupid. I can't remember what it's called now. How to get better glutes? This is a good question. This is something that I've struggled with. I've had 2 pregnancies, right? And what happens if you're pregnant? You tend to stand like that. And I was someone who stood like that. I've been hanging around with the kids too long. When you stand like this, man as well, if you're a man, and you are at a desk job all day, you can also stand like this. What happens? You switch your glutes off and this muscle goes and you get weak hip flexors. And then you get something called sleepy glutes, and I definitely had this. I would say that I don't have that anymore now. I had an anterior tilt, and I do believe I've rehabilitated my way out of it. That's not to say I'm not mindful of it. To build your glutes, the best way, do warm-up exercises so it's easier to connect to during your main session. Warm-up exercises like bridge pulses. Now, this is tried and tested on myself and my clients, men and women. The full bridges, for some people, they just don't connect to the glutes. Do the pulses. Do you guys know what I mean by a bridge? Yeah? It's like a hip thrust, but Pilates style. So keep the glutes up, squeeze in the bum cheeks and you're pulsing, right? You can also do that with a heavy weight. The glutes need hammered because the glute max is the strongest muscle in the body. It takes volume and a good amount of weight to stimulate it. Now, if you do even just one set of bridge pulses weighted, single leg bridges, then once you're connecting and you feel them, walking lunges, single leg split squats. One of my new favourite, I stole it from a physio. It looks insane, right? But it's brilliant for the glutes. Jump. If you've not got knee issues, right? That's one of my new favourite exercises of this year, by the way. You've got side bends. Do not neglect the side bends. I know they're weird, right? But you're getting into gluteus medius, hips back, and squeeze your bum cheek on the rise. Legs straight. It's a weird one with a dumbbell. If you're working and trying to strengthen the outer hip, you've got to do the inner abductor, adductor. I know what to do next and follow you. No problem, Louise. I'm glad I could help. But remember, don't just train the gluteus minimus and the gluteus max. Do the medius as well. It's all part of hip strength and stability. Squats aren't a glute exercise, although people like to rave about squats for building the glutes. They were never my exercise for building my glutes. Could never connect to them. I can now with effort, but it's a quad dominant exercise, squats. If you want to get great legs, great quads, that's your squats. All your single leg exercises, B stance, deadlifts for glutes, but you've got to make sure you're squeezing that butt as hard as you can on the rise with that weight. Also, SDL, single leg deadlift, if you've got good balance. If not, you can hold on to the side of a wall. What else is there? Donkey kicks are a good warm-up as well, as long as you're not rocking the pelvis too much forwards and backwards. Hi guys, welcome to my live. Do you have a membership program? I do. Check out the bio. Thanks for asking. Got loads of value to share, guys. Glute. Right, so we've got 31 votes. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'd love a vote. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. I'm talking about exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher, a personal trainer of 12 years, got a lot of experience. I used to specialise in weight loss and toning, still do, right? But I love rehab as well. So if you've got any questions, I've rehabilitated my body twice after having babies, and I specialise as well in core rehab, diastasis recti, pelvic floor, that comes along with my Pilates and my own experience and education. There's a lot of misinformation on the internet. I also help with mindset as well. So if you're in a crappy mindset when it comes to your nutrition, your diet, you're either on it or off it, let me help you. I've got loads of content on my channel to help you guys. As an intermediate beginner in weightlifting, I'm taking only whey protein and fish oil as a supplement. What do you think? Fish oil, you could get that from eating salmon, tuna, mackerel, nuts and seeds, avocado. I do believe I would benefit from having that, even though I do get the above. I do think some people need more than others. I get dry. My skin's naturally dry, so but anyway, it's good for your joints. Gonna do no harm taking fish oil. Fish oil. Whey protein is excellent. It's the second most researched supplement in the fitness and food industry. Whey protein. So complete whey. No, I'm not drinking electrolytes. I'll talk about that after this question I've got about electrolytes. This is just water in here. I don't like drinking out of plastic because of microplastic. One of the best and most researched supplements in the world is creatine, and that's what I'm on. Let me show you what I'm on. Creatine is relatively cheap. For a month's supply, you can get it for $5.99 from B&M's or Home Bargains. No, it's Home Bargains. Do not pay an extortionate amount for a month. I've seen like Sainsbury's and Morrison's trying to charge you £15 for the same bloody thing. This was 10 from Home Bargains. There's loads of, but you want micronized creatine. Where's it say? There it is. Creatine monohydrate. Can you guys see that? Is it backwards? Sorry. It says 3 gram dose, but I'm on, is that the 1 scoop? You want roughly about 5 gram dose. If you're menopausal or postmenopausal, you'll benefit from a slightly higher dose. Now, yes, I want to build muscle, right? I take it not just for that though. I take it for cognition, memory, focus, brain fog. It's excellent, hence why people who've gone through women who've gone through menopause will benefit from more. However, interesting fact, if you leave creatine in water for over an hour, it turns into creatinine. That's how you pronounce it, which isn't the same thing and is a bad thing. If you've got kidney issues, don't recommend you take creatine. For 20 to 25% of the population that takes creatine, they will experience gastrointestinal discomfort, unfortunately. But it's not super, like, it's not magic. You still got to work hard. But I can say, anecdotally, it's definitely helped my focus after having babies. I used to get a lot of brain fog when I was stressed, and I can say I'm still stressed and I don't have the brain fog. So someone asked if I'm drinking electrolytes. One of the biggest scams, let me tell you, issues. Biggest scams in the industry. You shouldn't be taking electrolytes. There's some people now who are taking it multiple times a day because it tastes good. It's like Ribena. That's quite dangerous. When you think of, like, it's sodium, it's potassium. What else is it? Mine's gone blank. If you've had diarrhea, you've been vomiting, electrolytes could be a shout. If you are exercising in extremely hot weather and sweating profusely, electrolytes, calcium. It helps your heart and your muscles to contract properly. Can you shut the door, baby? Yeah, electrolytes aren't needed for most people. I'm planning to take creatine monohydrate as I progress. What are good others? That's the only one. The rest isn't like research based. There is a lot of like misinformation around creatine, but creatine powder monohydrate. I put it in my coffee every morning and stir it in. And my partner puts it in his yogurt. I couldn't do that. But it does go a bit grainy if you have it in your protein shake. That's why I never did that. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering your questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. Got 35 votes. Thank you very much. So I've asked, what do you struggle with mostly when it comes to losing fat? Nutrition and diet has gone up. It can be confusing, but I think we all know how. No, that's an assumption, a bad one. You think that people know how to eat properly, like whole foods and stuff, but thanks to the food industry marketing certain foods as healthy, like think you want to go as unprocessed as possible. Bear in mind though, Greek yogurt is classed as highly processed food and a protein yogurt, so try and use a bit of common sense. Most people overeat because they don't get enough protein and they're not getting enough high volume, low calorie foods such as watermelon. Love a honeydew melon. Fruits, volume. So your stomach, when it stretches, sends signals to your brain that it's feeling full. Takes 20 to 30 minutes, depending on who you are. It doesn't go by how many calories you eat. So if you have 5,000 calories, you could be hungry again in 30 minutes, depending on what you've ate, versus if you had like heaviness, like fruit, vegetables, it stretches your stomach and keeps you fuller for longer. It takes a long time to digest. Don't make fat loss harder than it needs to be. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. My name's Leanne. I have memberships. Check out the links in my bio. I've got a membership from $2.99 a month where you get member-only videos. If you're seriously wanting to learn science-based new information, constantly upskilling, because there's a lot of confusing and conflicting information out there with hormones and supplements and stuff that you don't need. So I'm here to help unmuddy the waters. So check out the links, check out and I've got loads of Pilates classes, yoga, loads of live sharing value, and learning to exercise. I'll take you through quite a few exercises so far, back squats, etc. I'm planning on Q&As. I'm planning to take creatine monohydrate as I progress. My whey protein is the same brand with your creatine. Is that Optimum Nutrition? Yeah, I like Optimum Nutrition.
Mommy,
It tastes nice, doesn't it? There's a few good flavours.
can I hold my weight when I lift two feet up?
No, it's not like a swing, baby. It'll snap or you'll hit the ground. So yeah, my poll, what do you struggle with more to lose fat? Exercise. People think they need to lose weight. People think that exercise equals fat loss. That's not where it comes from. It's from your steps, mostly, and managing your food. So if you're wanting to lose fat and you're already exercising at least once a week, and when I'm talking about exercising, I'm talking about strength training. We're going to do some stretches. Start placing your efforts where you're going to get the biggest return. If you're trying to lose weight, you're going to get the best bang for your buck if you concentrate on your steps, trying to get 70,000 over the week, depending on how tall you are, and managing your food and trying to improve your habits. If you're overeating, it can undo all the good work that you've done Monday to Friday if you're doing it at the weekend. So, what do you think about sprinting for metabolic rate? What do you mean metabolic rate? Not much improves your metabolic rate. If you gain a pound of muscle mass, which can take ages, but you said you were quite new to strength training, which is great. So you'll build muscle a lot faster rate than if you had been training for a while. What do you think about sprinting? Yeah, if you increased a pound of muscle mass, studies show that it can increase your metabolic rate from like is it 10 to 15 calories extra you get a day? Pish, isn't it? No, they would have you believe it would be 50, but it's not. It's a lot lower than that. And people's unless they've got Harishma, unless they've got hypothyroidism, your metabolic rate's not really going to change throughout your whole life until you're in your 60s. Is it 65 or 60? Then, oh, do you know, dear? What's your skincare routine? Well, the kids are part of my skincare routine because they stressed me out. So they add a bit of a flush to my cheeks. No, I get dry skin, so I just use moisturiser, mostly decent moisturiser. I'm 6'4". My weight is 120 kilograms. Is it okay? It depends on your body composition. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm just going to stretch off. Answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, and rehab.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Some great questions tonight. This one is called Uttanasana from yoga. It's a hamstring and lower back stretch, and it also, from here down, decompresses your spine. And I can truly tell you it does, because when I first read that, I was like, what a load of BS. But no, my back always cracks. It just cracked then. Probably didn't hear it though. From here down, you can just feel it all elongating. It's one of my favourite. I'm going to come into a downward dog for the calves. Make sure if you're getting your steps in, if you're doing lots of jumping, walking, hiking, to reduce the risk of plantar fasciitis, which is so sore and can require surgery or cortisone injections. This reduces that. Child's pose, wide knee. Back just cracked again. It's also a decompression. Yeah. Now, if you've been at a desk all day or you drive a lot, I highly recommend this one for you. Or if you know you've got rounded shoulders or your posture's a little bit rubbish around the shoulder area, this chest opener is a game changer. I'm going to show you my next two favourite stretches. And when you stretch as well, you're coming out of a fight-flight response. So you want a block or a bolster. Midline of the chest, I like a little bit higher than bra height. Arms over your head and you're stretching your lats. Make sure you posterior tilt the pelvis a little bit so you're not going into an anterior. Deep breath in. It's great for the neck as well. You can even double up on blocks. This is great to do if you've been at a desk all day, if you've been driving, if you're stressed, can cause posture changes, if you're just out of bed, if you're just going to bed. And you can hold it for 2-4 minutes, up to you. And then when you get up, I want you to feel the difference. You can definitely feel more open. It's like it's a chest opener. Then my next favourite one, I shall show you in one moment. Mommy? Yep. Don't know, baby, you've had it. I carry most of my fat on my thighs and I don't have belly fat. That's actually, Jeffrey, the safest way to carry fat. Women tend to carry it mostly here. It's a problem when it's here for increasing the risk of disease, insulin resistance, for one, diabetes. What I can say is to do with your hormones, and when you're in a calorie deficit, you'll lose it everywhere. We can't spot reduce fat, if that's what you were going to ask. Do I have to include mobility and stretching sessions in my weekly schedule? How old are you, Loons? 100% is the answer, definitely. If you want to have the longevity of exercise in your life, if you want to have good form and not pull anything when you're boxing, and good mind-muscle connection when boxing and strength training, and get the depth when strength training and build as much muscle as possible, you need good ranges of movement in the joint, which comes from flexibility. So if you just did yoga once a week, that would be great. I've got yoga on my channel, but you can also search on YouTube, beginners 10-minute, 20-minute yoga class, and there'll be loads that pop up. What do you think about cold therapy for performance in general? 21. So yeah, if you're getting into yoga right now, like even just 10 minutes a week, you're already in front of most of the population, because we tend to get into it when there's been a problem or if we've been pregnant. It really, like, it helps you manage any stress and increases body awareness, which is such a valuable skill. Cold water therapy apparently is good for men, not so great for women, studies have shown. Cold water therapy, women, and especially if they've been through pregnancies, are already stressed out without adding cold water therapy onto the top of it. So we are better with heat therapy. Men, on the other hand, are designed to be in a bit more fight-flight response than women. So cold water therapy can be really good for their mental health, mental toughness. So my next favourite stretch to do is thread the needle stretch. So this is stretching the fascia, so the muscle and tissues of paraspinals from here up. So thread the needle. You're going to tuck the other arm in your back pocket, and then this side here, you're going to push towards out and feel it all elongate and stretch. It is amazing. Deep breaths, slow exhale brings you out of stress responses. Did you know that a lot of people are stuck in fight flight and they don't even know it? But they'll just not be able to sleep for years and years. It's because they're stuck in a stressed state. Stretching is one of the ways you can come out of it. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. And I'd love any comments or support on my channel. Thanks so much for joining. So I'm going to be off tomorrow, day off tomorrow. Did you hear my knee click then? Bit of air. And then I'll be back again Wednesday evening, and we will do some cardio mixed in with strength. I do enjoy my cardio. Well, thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.